John, today's been great here at the Border Union Show.
Yeah.
We've had lots of people coming past, enjoying the podcast studio and asking about the natural product. One of the things that I've heard is people talking about how to keep their places cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, we know that our product is the best product on the market, but one of the things that we've been having to talk to people about is decrement delay.
Yeah.
It's obviously a bit of a technical term.
Yeah.
Wondered if you could give a bit more of a background on what that really means in real world.
Yeah, it's really just talking about how long it takes for a room to warm up or cool down. So if you can imagine, you walk into a big old stone cathedral or some big stone traditional building when it's hot outside, it feels cool inside.
Yeah.
Because it takes a long time for the heat to penetrate through that thick stone and for the inside and outside temperatures to equalize. In fact, they probably rarely do. So that is essentially what the term means.
A decrement delay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when we also talk about thermal mass. What does that kind of mean in terms of our product?
Yeah. So if you compare different types of insulation products, they have different amount of thermal mass, which really that means the amount of heat that the insulation can kind of absorb. So if you imagine, a synthetic kind of foil-backed kind of insulation, that isn't really absorbing the heat at all. That is just reflecting it.
Okay.
So on a hot day, if you had a room lined with that, the room would get very hot.
Okay.
Whereas with a natural product like Sisalwool, which has got a high thermal mass, it absorbs that heat and then releases it over time. So it kind of averages out the temperature in the room. So you don't have these big spikes and troughs. You have a much more comfortable and constant temperature.
Because I've experienced in lofts, and I have got a building background where we built out of using the kind of rigid boards. We insulated full rafter depths, but in the summer, unbelievably hot.
Yeah.
Unbelievably hot, like
Exactly.
unbearably hot. So what you're saying is that by using a natural product, we end up being able to delay the time it takes to heat up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the decrement delay and the thermal mass kind of work together as that kind of in the same way.
Yeah, and you're even noticing that where we are in our silo here today, we've been bringing people in really for the purpose of demonstrating the acoustic properties of the Sisalwool, the fact that it really deadens the sound. But immediately they've been saying, "Oh, it's much cooler in here than it is outside," and that's exactly why it's a real life demonstration of both.
And having been in bigger grain silos, they are hot and echoey, and it is neither of those things right now.
So it's kind of unexpected.
Okay,
yeah.
so nice things about decrement delay, natural products, and thermal mass. Cool. Thanks for that, John.
No problem.